So, okay, have you ever been in a situation where there's absolutely nothing you can do to help the situation? It's completely out of your control, and it really, 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 really stinks. And to make it worse, it's not even happening to you, it's happening to somebody you love. Well, that's where we're at. So I figured Christa's home back now. Medical stuff with Grace. We figured we'd give you a little bit of an update and tell you where we're at, what's going on, without obviously being too specific, personal reasons. But I know a lot of you care about Grace and you've been praying for her, and we're very grateful. So we're going to give an update and also tell you where we're going, even though it's not far.
Yeah. What are the next steps?
So okay, in our relationship, she fortunately deals with the logistics of the medical, like the paperwork and the people and the phone calling, because I get a little bit upset when they're messing with our kids. And I don't do as well as she does. So I'm going to just let Christa tell you where we're at.
So we have been on this journey to help Grace get reconstructive surgery.
Since she was born. Very long story, very short. She was born at 26 weeks, premature, 1.15 pounds. She was intubated shortly after birth for 2 months because she couldn't breathe on her own. So that jacked with the way her facial structure is set up. The way it formed, because she was so small that, it formed the way around
pipes. The tube and around. If you guys have had a preemie baby, you'll understand. There's just a lot of details that go into that.
In order to save her life, they had to do stuff that was going to cause problems.
Right. So then when she was getting older, I was like, okay, well, let's see what we can do to get her jaw to line up properly so that she can swallow properly. Well, then the craniofacial teams in Cincinnati said, oh, well, you've got to wait until she's done growing. Okay, fine. We'll wait until she's done growing.
Then Obamacare happened. And we didn't get to keep our doctor, and we did not get to keep our insurance. We did not get to keep anything for her. Everything changed.
And you got a little butterfly there.
Well, there is a ray of hope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
then we move up here, and we were able to start getting, the ball rolling with a few places. But then COVID hit, and that threw everything off. And then we were getting the ball rolling again. Okay, so this is 2 years ago we started the ball rolling again.
Fourth time.
Fourth, maybe fifth? I don't know. We had to wait 18 months to get an appointment with the only oral maxillofacial doctor in Wisconsin that takes her insurance. We may get into that in a second, but the only one, it took 18 months to get an appointment.
The first
initial appointment. 1 month after that appointment, this particular hospital closed that clinic.
Like not the appointment.
Yeah.
The hospital.
The hospital closed that clinic because there were 4,000 referrals in the drawer waiting for appointments. Okay?
Meaning there wasn't enough money to be made off of people who were poor.
There's also not enough providers to care for those kids.
Nobody wants to come here.
And not just kids, people.
Yeah.
Okay? Nobody wants to live in central Wisconsin.
If you want to get rich as a doctor.
If you want to be rich as a doctor, they don't want to come here and make money. Okay. So we were able to get another appointment with a plastic surgeon. Well, plastic surgeon does the outside stuff. The oral maxillofacial does the inside stuff.
Got to do the inside first.
Can't find one of those to save our life. Well, the plastic surgeon said, oh, well, there's a lot of gum here. You need to go to see a periodontist. Okay, where's that? Never heard of a periodontist.
May I help for just a sec?
No, I gotta talk through it because I gotta, otherwise I'll skip things.
Okay, okay.
Right, so finding a periodontist that takes her insurance, there's only one, and that's the dental school in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Great, fine, great. Got that appointment, drove to Milwaukee on Monday. Well, we can't help her because once we take all of the tissue away, it's going to come back in a month or two.
You got to do it right now.
You have to do all of the surgeries all at once. Why didn't the plastic surgeon tell me that? So now trying to find an oral-maxillofacial doctor in either La Crosse or Onalaska or Milwaukee or Madison or
They
Duluth.
don't exist.
Well, Duluth is in Minnesota. Green Bay, Appleton, Oshkosh, they don't exist. And
at least for our insurance.
At least for our insurance. There are some in La Crosse. There's a great team in La Crosse. A couple of great teams in La Crosse. They don't take our insurance for our county.
Just for our county.
Just for our county. They only take a few select ones down there. And some in Minnesota and some in Iowa. So that's where we're at today. And so I've got to call into the plastic surgeon at Marshfield Clinic to find out the only plastic surgeon to get another appointment, which probably take another year to get an appointment.
So here's a couple things. All I was going to add earlier.
Yeah, sorry.
No. I understand. I just was trying to help you in that everybody's kicking the can.
Yes.
They don't want to deal with it because it's not something they're used to dealing with.
Right.
Because we don't live in a big city, they don't see a lot of this kind of case with Grace.
Right.
So instead of helping her, they quarter of the way say, well, you should go here. And they kick the can down the road when they really know it ain't going to fix it. Is that fair?
Oh, sure. And in my impression of this whole thing, sorry, I'm going to.
Okay. Just take a sec.
Yeah. No, I got it.
You got it?
My whole impression of this thing is that they don't want to begin to help her because it's going to be difficult.
And then they'll have to.
And then they'll have to finish the job and they won't make any money off of it.
Or enough.
Or enough. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
because we got poor people insurance.
Yeah, we do. We don't have great insurance. We have to pay through the nose for. No, we don't.
And here's part of the problem is that because our income level when she was born has pretty much stayed the same.
Yeah.
She's on an insurance, there's poor people insurance. Well, guess what? Our income level does not allow us to afford the insurance that would actually care for all of this. So bottom line is there's super, super expensive insurance that we're priced out of.
Well, and also they won't cover her because she has pre-existing conditions.
Nobody will.
Nobody will.
Yeah, they'll say, oh, well, geez.
She's got cerebral palsy. She's got G-tube. She's got all of this that's got to get done. We can't cover her because there's not going to make any money at it.
Or enough. Because they'll make a ton of money. I mean, geez, oh, Pete, have you ever looked at your hospital bills? $200 for an aspirin? No, they make money. It's just that it's spread out.
The insurance companies don't.
Yeah, I was going to say it's spread out with so many different people. They'll make money, but oh, geez, I can't possibly work for less than $200 an hour. Now, I want to say something about the doctors. Hold on.
No, I was just gonna say something.
I don't blame them for wanting to recoup their money. I really don't. And their time and their intellect. They want to get paid for their job. I get it. So maybe take a little bit of your time and say, "Hey, I'm going to pro bono or really really reduced rate for 10% of the people." But the way that it's set up is that it doesn't make sense for them to do that because the system says if you take any, you take all.
Mm-hmm. They'll only do pro bono work if it's in a third world country.
And not on the books.
Right.
And so we have considered, do you go to one of these places like I think it's Operation Smile, or one of these places where they literally are on a boat somewhere so they don't get sued if something bad happens?
Yeah.
We've considered, and by the way, thank you guys for the prayers and suggestions, but I can tell you this, over the last 20 years, we've considered and tried and prayed and cried and done just about anything and everything you can think of. And some things that you might not have considered, but we're still very grateful. So yeah,
with that said, the suggestions that you will make, we've probably already done them.
But we're still thankful.
And we are still grateful, yes.
So where we're at is we're going to keep trying.
We're going to keep going.
You keep smiling and you keep trying. And like I said in my video the other day, the thing that just blows me away about Grace is that she's not bitter. Out of anybody in this situation.
Right. She's not bitter. She's sad. She's sad, but she's not bitter. She's very patient.
She's thankful.
Super thankful, super kind. You know, anytime a doctor will, attempt to help her, she's like crying, saying thank you. But then it doesn't turn out.
What I was going to add there was, I kind of think that she likes being at the hospital more than she likes being home.
Give her all kinds of love and attention.
Well,
not that we don't hear, but come on.
But there's hope.
Yeah.
There's hope that something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And she hasn't given up hope yet. And I haven't either, but daggone, days get hard.
Yeah, days get really hard.
And it's not about me, and it's not about Christa. It is about trying to get the care that Grace needs. And we're going to keep trying, and we're going to keep smiling, and we're going to do our best, and we're going to put our faith where it always has been.
Yes.
In God.
Yes.
And
my faith in man is gone, though.
I'm not sure I've had any for a long time.
Yeah, no. My faith in doctors has gone a long time ago, too.
Yeah. So, all that to say, guys, I guess we got to just get like filthy rich.
And then we can just pay for it out of pocket.
Let's do that.
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
no, don't do that. No. I know you're kidding.
Don't make this into a commercial.
No, I know you're kidding.
I'm
but
not.
No,
I'm not.
Because here's the thing. Even if we were, not even if, okay? This surgery would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Keep going.
Okay.
Because we're talking like 5 years of surgeries.
Yeah, this is not an inexpensive surgery in any way. Surgeries.
Yeah. So all that to say that there it is, guys. There's the update. The struggle is keep going, keep smiling, keep praying. But we also want you to know that if you've been watching us and our family for any length of the time, this has always been going on. We just don't talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
Because if there's nothing to say, there's nothing to say. If there's nothing new going on, then we're not just going to keep hammering it.
No.
We're going to do our best to live our faith before God in a way that's honorable and obedient to Him, and do our best to raise our kids, to love on them, and what He's called us to do. Mm-hmm. And outside of that, you just keep plugging, you keep praying, you keep smiling, and you keep trying. And so there's where we're at. And so the next video that you see of us will not be this.
No. Because we're not going to keep hammering this, because why?
If there's nothing to say, there's nothing to say.
No, we have to continue to live life and do things, and,
So, yeah, I just wanted you to know so that the people that are watching, you don't go, well, that was weird. Yeah. Well, what else are we supposed to say? What else are we supposed to do?
Right.
You got to keep living.
Right. Life does not stop because of one hiccup.
Or many,
I should say many
thousands.
Hiccups, thousands, hundreds of thousands of hiccups. We have to continue, because Grace is not our only child. We have other children as well, and we have to take care for them as well, and care for our animals and our farm, and
and my wife
and my husband.
So the next video you'll see will not be medical update. It'll probably be something farmy. I don't know, maybe something about moringa, because I got an idea, but just so you know, it's not going to be always the bad stuff that's going on.
Yeah, this is what's heavy on our hearts right now, and we wanted to share it with you guys because you guys have been praying for her and for our family, and I'm very grateful for that. So we wanted to just share what was going on.
So thank you. Please keep the prayers coming. And
If there's an oral maxillofacial surgeon
watching right now,
please
I'll tell you what,
email him.
we will trade milk and eggs and cheese for life just to meet with you.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my gosh.
That's not a joke.
But you have to be within Wisconsin.
Or we got to move. Again. I don't want to talk about that. Because you know what, right now? We're just going to keep chugging along. We're going to keep smiling and praying, and that's that. Yay.
Yeah.
So, see you soon. We're going to just do our best.